Alright, so we stopped at this gas station to grab something to eat. And Kiara said, looks like there's a Stonehenge over there. So I'm walking up here. And there are these structures.
Okay, so we just left our Airbnb. We're headed to dinner. We're going to this place that's known for their paella. It is called, I'll give you the name. It's called El Sur de Moratin. And they have a kid-friendly menu, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to go to it. Because Mario and I also want to try paella, and we're not really sure if Cohen would try it, but we're going to see. I will say that someone that I know mentioned to me that most of the restaurants here has like some sort of meal or variation for kids, whether that be like the French fries and the meat or whatever. Like there's a simpler menu for kids, so you're typically not going to have an issue with finding a place that has something for kids. That is what I've been told. So we'll see. But first impressions of Spain, I will say there are definitely elements of New York City. It's definitely like big city vibes. Madrid. I'm sorry, Mario corrected me. This is Madrid, Spain. There are elements of New York City for sure, especially the neighborhood that we're in. We're kind of like south. We're headed north right now for dinner, but very like hustle bustle, traffic. Like folks are trying to get to where they're trying to go, and we've seen a few people almost have an accident like 5 minutes into the drive. So a bit aggressive on the driving. Yeah, I would say that's kind of my first impression. I would say it's cleaner than like New York City. But there are pockets where you still see kind of that element, and when I say cleaner, I mean like literal trash on the ground. Mario, what would you say?
This is a limited sample size, but I speak Spanish, and the few times that I forgot that I could speak Spanish to the people because I'm used to being in Portugal, they looked at me like I was just an alien. And as soon as I spoke Spanish, and they like warmed up and they were friendly again when they knew that I understood their language and could speak it. But in Portugal, you don't get that. At least we didn't. When you don't know how to speak Portuguese and you try to talk, you butcher it and sound crazy. They'll laugh at you or with you, but then they're warmer. At least in my opinion, they're warmer, and they'll try to like talk you through it. They'll try to understand. But so far here, I'm getting a lot of New York City vibes where like, I remember in New York, folks will give you the wrong directions with a straight face. I feel like the Spanish might do that too.
You see here in these like roundabout areas in the center, well, different parts, we've seen a few of these fountains. This beautiful fountain here. You said it's supposed to be here? Maybe it's here. Oh, it's right here to the right. So we're gonna go to this Italian place called Just Italian. Looks like this is it. Here. We're gonna eat in here. Service was pretty quick, except for towards the end. Our waiter went and decided to have her dinner, but that just shows you the pace here, how folks are just kind of doing their own thing, which we don't mind because we're, you ate it all.
No, I didn't.
We don't mind because we're sitting here talking, but yeah, the service is good. It's the cutest restaurant. With the greens and the reds and the whites and the lights. It almost puts you in the Christmas spirit, but that's just the decor. But they have like vintage Italian decor throughout the restaurant. Beautiful lighting. It's very family oriented. It was like 3 other families that were also eating around the same time that we're eating, but we're like the last few folks that are left in the restaurant. So yeah, we've enjoyed our dinner. Mario's eating all his food. Kohan and I, we have some leftovers that we're going to take back. I had a cacio de pepe, which is like black pepper and Parmesan cheese, but instead of like lamb or beef, they use mushrooms. I'm headed out to a meeting, actually. One of the reasons we even came to Spain, I also wanted to see Spain, wanted to see Madrid, right? So it was kind of leisure / business. But I'm actually getting ready for my meeting, and it's going to be at Moon Coffee Cafe. So I'm excited to see what's the cafe all about. It came recommended from the person I'm actually meeting. Apparently they have really good breakfast and coffee. And the thought would be that after the meeting, or maybe even grabbing coffee and heading over to this particular spot, that would also be a part of my activity for this morning. And that particular spot would be the Retiro. How would you pronounce that, Mario? Retiro? Retiro. Okay. I'm working on my Spanish. So, which is apparently like a really big park, like outdoor area. I was looking at it on the map. It gives like Central Park in New York sort of like layout. The vibe of it is like just greenery all over. So people exercise and walk, and then it's like literally in the center of town. So my understanding is that it's near everything. I've never been, so we're gonna check that out as well. So I scheduled my Uber for 10:30. It's 10:21 right now. I'm actually testing out my phone with being able to contact Mario. So we have this is a good time for me to explain to you regarding eSIMs and stuff like that if you're traveling to really anywhere in Europe, because our eSIM works for any country in Europe. But particularly if you're traveling to, say, Portugal or Spain, we use an eSIM. The eSIM is from a company called Orange. Is it Orange, Mario? Or is it like Orange something else? Mario did most of the research with this.
It's either Orange or Orange Mobile.
Orange Mobile or Orange. I'll add like a link to the company in the description. Okay, so we bought an eSIM. We had an older phone, so we have our iPhones, right? But the plan that we have, we could have just added like a European sort of like part to our plan. But it's more affordable to just do eSIM. I believe our bill likely would have increased by what?
For the time we were here, would have added an extra $300.
Yeah, would have added an extra $300. Is that per line or total? Yeah,
But that's more than our actual bill.
To Mario's point, that's more than our actual bill. So it was like, okay, if there's an alternative, we're gonna go with that route.
And
so
that was like €30.
Yeah, so we did a ton of research about this eSIM situation. They include data, like SMS and data, so you can use the internet and be able to text also, and then the actual phone service. Whereas with some of the other eSIMs that we noticed, they only had really a plan catered more to, say, data only or just phone only. This one had the whole combo. We weren't able to find anything better than that. So if you all are able to find a better system or setup, let us know. But based on our research, and we did an extensive amount of research, Orange was the best one to go with. So for the 70 gigabyte, the unlimited text, the unlimited phone was about 39. Yeah, 39. So it would be 30. So if we're doing this on a monthly basis, it would be $39 a month. All right, so I am headed out. I'm dropping stuff as I'm getting out. I'm headed to my Uber, which I believe it says. Yeah, I got my book bag. I believe it's.
Burner phone, you got your phone?
Yeah.
You got their card again?
Yeah. My husband's check. Okay. Love you. Give me a kiss. Okay. I'll see you when I get back. Okay, so my Uber is out here. I think this is him. David is who we're looking for, and I always check the tag. Not that it was not him. Oh wait, this is him here. Yeah, he's looking for me, and I'm looking for him. 5314. David? Yes. Okay. Doing a little work. I'm going to actually walk to the Retiro, and I got good word that it's a really, really beautiful park. Apparently, it used to be the garden to the royal family that once ruled Spain. It literally used to be their garden. So I'm gonna walk there now. Let's make sure I got the right directions, because I'm really acting like I know where I'm going, and I really don't. It says that it's a 3-minute walk. So there is like this really, really big monument right here in the center of town that's really grand, like huge. It says this is a nice vibe. Cappuccino Grand Cafe. It's chilly today. It's like in the mid 40s, so I literally have like 2 layers on. But yeah, it's very friendly, very family oriented. I will say the Spanish people, they are, I would say, warm folks. I mean, look, you can't like label every single person, but like, it's a metropolitan area. Like, folks, the vibe is like people got shit to do. They got places to be, and that's the vibe. Whereas with Portugal, it's a little bit more slower. Lisbon, you get some of that, but Portugal is definitely, it gives New York vibes. That's what I'll say. But this is the Retiro. And yeah, this is the entrance here. Oh, this is nice. Can you imagine this used to be someone's garden? What in the hell? This is insane. So I'm gonna go up this way. There's a little fountain. Over there. This is huge. Yeah, so like to compare it to Central Park doesn't really do it justice. So I kind of take back what I said. But that's the, look, the brain is always trying to close proximity things, right? We draw from our memory. So only thing that I could compare it to is Central Park in terms of it being in the center of town. The layout is completely different, obviously. Yeah, it's just different. Not to say that it's better or worse. It's just different. So it's its own thing. But just imagine the history of this being the royal families, and royal meaning Spain's royal family, being their garden. Wow. Again. What time do you close?
A las 8.
Oh, las 8.
Sí.
Okay. And this is for cooking.
This is for cooking.
So would you say this one or this one is the best?
For me, this one.
That one.
¿Sí? What?
This really is
¿Por qué?
intensive and sweet.
Oh, los dos.
Yes.
I think I want this one.
This is check here
Okay.
in English. One moment.
Okay.
Ahora.
So it tells you
Fruity.
what.
Fruity.
Oh, it tells
Mi hijo está detrás de allí.
you. Tells you what. It tells you what it tastes like.
Grass and green fruits. Spicy Spanish. I don't know. I think you should get these two.
Both. Okay.
Yeah, both.
But again, it's not for cooking.
He said you could cook with this.
I thought he said that it was more for salads. This is for cooking.
I'm asking.
He's behind you. Come here, Kohan.
¿Para cocinar con esto? No. ¿Esto?
No.
No, that one.
Esto.
Okay. We're gonna get these two?
Yeah. Because we're just going to be finishing the one, right?
Yeah, I don't really want to finish. I got cooking oils at home. Y'all, this is amazing.
And
The
you see how
steaks.
dark the glass is?
Yeah.
It helps preserve the integrity of the oil. So
Yes.
if you ever see one that's clear, it's not that it's bad, but the darker glass is better.
Yes. Okay. So, y'all, we showed up at this restaurant, Paelitas, and they're known for their single-serve paellas. And we did not know that it's reservation only. What did you get?
The black paella, negative. It's squid ink, cuttlefish, shrimp, and rice.
Yeah, and then we got the starter, which is garlic prawns. As you can see,
That's so good.
it has olive oil, which Spain is known for,
It's beautiful.
and pieces of garlic and bread that you can dip. It's a nice little vibe, and again, it's not crazy expensive. Very reasonable, especially for a family. And I have noticed, even in Portugal, but both Portugal and Spain, even if it's like fine dining or however you want to like categorize it, they still have something for kids. So whether it be crispy chicken tenders and chips or fries, what do they call fries? Frittatas?
Batatas.
Batatas, yeah.
In Portugal.
So it's batatas in Portugal, and then what is it here?
It's papas fritas in Spanish.
Papas fritas, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so for kids, they have something for kids. Even if it's like in Portugal, they have
Bitoque.
Bitoque and fries for kids, which is like a meat, like steak or chicken, and fries on the side. But most restaurants have something for the kids, so don't feel thrown off by that. But yeah, prices are definitely reasonable. Yeah, it's a reservation only place, and we were able to get in. And oh, y'all, I had the the best glass of wine I think I've had in a long time.
Yeah, man.
Y rabo de toro.
Gracias.
that?
Oh, fine.
What's that, Mommy?
You like?
Yeah, I guess you
You
did,
like
right?
This is a black squid ink.
Has cuttlefish, shrimp, and some other squid.
Can I taste some of the shrimp?
And this has an oxtail in it.
He's in the plate.
Okay, no.
Thank you. Now, you can spoon some out, but if you want some out.
I want to taste some of the squid.
Squid ink. That's why it's black.
Let me taste it.
Look.
Mm,
Of course. I have good taste, man. The oxtail.
that's good.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
How about this?
And see, but if I had ordered that for him, he would have been.
Go on, eat some of Mommy's oxtail, because I can't eat all this.
That's
You haven't even tried it. Try it.
I like that it's squid ink.
Worry about what he's saying.
Well, we eat each other. Oh my God. This is great. This squid ink is so flavorful.
It's so ridiculous.
This squid ink, Baya, is so flavorful. It is ridiculous. Look at that. You see those little pieces of squid? You're eating squid too.
I'm burning squid.
It's squid. Y'all all just victimized. Y'all are all just
Look,
giving
don't
me.
take so much of daddy's. Maria, get some of mine.
Y'all all just running me down.
Delicious.
What you said? Okay, come
All right,
on.
man.
Because you didn't share any of
You
your
didn't
chicken.
share even chips.
I don't care.
Yeah, but that's rude. Maria, get some of this, please.
Mm-hmm. Let me take you up on it.
Please.
Yes.
This is so good. It's so good.
I gotta leave some space.
All right.
This is so delicious, Larry.
It's not even fishy.
Coconut as well.
Black squid ink.
Ew.
Had we ordered that for Coconut, he wouldn't have touched it.
Look,
But it is a very interesting looking plate.
I saw wood.
it's beautiful. And I believe squid ink has anti-inflammatory properties.
Okay. He ate it all.
I mean, pretty much. So the folks who live in this area are just spoiled. I'm just a hater, just thinking about how they can come in and get this for takeout. Like, this was beautiful. Squid
He
ink.
said he had 200 takeout
Yeah,
orders
200
today. So
takeout
who's
orders.
doing this for takeout?
That's a hard flex, just to come down to this highly rated paella shop.
I wish I
and
could
just
to
get
go.
you some paella to go. Because you don't even want to come in and sit down because it's reservation only. You just get it to go. So that's a hard flex, man. I'm jealous. Hate a little bit. It was
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, dessert.
No, I can't.
Hay coulant de chocolate, hay cheesecake,
Ooh.
lemon pie,
What's
or
that?
fartón.
What is the last one? Fuck on.
Fartón is one bread sweet with creme de horchata.
That sounds like a lot.
Well,
I don't have space for it.
We're headed back to Portugal. We got an early start. We were able to stop by a shop that's known for their different varieties of jamon iberico. We've mentioned this before, we're not big pork eaters at all. Like, rarely ever eat pork. We very rarely eat meat in general, but you can't come to Spain and not at least try jamon iberico. So we went in there, and jamon iberico is the black-footed pig. It is what Spain is like, one of the things, of the many things that Spain is known for. So we're able to try that out. We got a few pieces, and then Mario headed over to what's the name of the place, Mario? Alambique, which is like a cooking class / store. It has a lot of historical pieces. He's been looking for cazuela, and there is one that they use a special type of clay here in Spain And he's been dying to get this piece. So, and to have it shipped to the States would be like triple the cost. So, things, again, when you're purchasing items, you know, you're going to get a better deal purchasing them in Europe, in Portugal, in Spain than, say, trying to order them online. Because this same piece, and he'll show you at some point, this really, really beautiful art piece that he, and also cooking piece that he got, would have cost an additional like $150 just for shipping. So, whereas shipping within Europe, or just purchasing it while you're in the actual place, like say Spain in this case, it's so affordable. So, you know, it's just stops like that we wanted to stop by this morning before we headed out. You know, it's all about the experience. So we got about 5 hours total on the road. As you can see, I'm driving. I'm doing the first leg. And Mario's going to take over likely halfway through. We're headed to Peniche. It is on the coast. It is on the silver coast of Portugal. It is south of Nazaré, I believe. So at some point we will head up to Nazaré. But we were looking for something this time that was within, you know, not a crazy drive of Porto, because we do want to make it to Porto, you know, before we wrap up our trip. So this kind of puts us in between Porto and Lisbon, because we're flying out of Lisbon. So yeah, we've enjoyed our 3-day trip to Spain, and we'll definitely be back. Driving from Spain to Portugal. We're literally right on the border of where Portugal and Spain meet. The nearest town is called Alcantara. And one beautiful, I mean, we're literally just stopping on the side of the road to stretch our legs. But as we're doing research of the nearby area, there's this ancient area where there was a Roman bridge that was built in like 100 AD. So this is the bridge. And I was confused. I was like, clearly we're not riding over this. So I thought it was a dead end, but there's cars coming across this, so we'll...
That is the Portuguese frontier right here, and right across this bridge is actually the border into Portugal, but I am standing right now still in Spain. So everything on this side is Spain, and right up this road you see the sign that says Portugal. So this bridge is what is connecting Spain to Portugal and the borders, and it's basically separated by a river right there. And that town up in the distance is also a Portuguese town. So that is the official sign into Portugal on down the road. We did not see one coming into Spain. All right, so we stopped at this gas station to grab something to eat, and Kiara said, looks like there's a Stonehenge over there. So I'm walking up here, and there are these structures. I'm not really sure what they are, how long they've been here, but these look pretty old. More rabbits. They do look prehistoric. Yeah. You just randomly come off the road and run into stuff like this in the countryside in Portugal. Look at that. That is crazy. There's a whole road. And then these old structures. Rabbits are everywhere out here. Look at that. I don't know who made this or how old it is. Some of these are pretty impressive. All right. Your guess is as good as mine. Not sure who made it, but I'm gonna head back to the car, get back on the road. We're still about 2 hours away from Peniche. So I'm gonna finish up the trip.